Did you know that over 60% of seniors with type 2 diabetes will develop at least one serious complication, like vision loss, kidney failure, or nerve damage, according to the National Institute on Aging? Here's the truth that surprised even me: many of these complications don't begin in the hospital. They begin silently when we're missing key nutrients that protect our nerves, blood vessels, and immune system. I learned this the hard way when my uncle, 71 years old, diabetic, but otherwise healthy, started having numbness in his feet. It turned out he was severely deficient in vitamin B12 and magnesium, both critical for diabetic nerve health. He never even knew. That's why today, we're going to uncover 5 essential vitamins every senior with diabetes should know about. Each one is backed by research from trusted sources like Harvard Health. They've been shown to naturally lower blood sugar, boost insulin resistance, and strengthen your senior health from the inside out. If you or someone you love is navigating nutrition for seniors, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell, because these tips could truly change lives. But here's the real question: what if the very vitamin you thought was just for bones was actually the key to saving your nerves, blood sugar, and independence? Vitamin number 1, vitamin D. Most people think of vitamin D as the bone strength vitamin, and for good reason. But for seniors with diabetes, that's just the tip of the iceberg. What's far less known is this: vitamin D functions more like a hormone, guiding how your body responds to insulin. When your levels are low, which is incredibly common in older adults, your body struggles to process glucose properly. The result? Higher blood sugar, systemic inflammation, and in many cases, the onset of diabetic nerve pain. According to a 2022 review from Harvard Health, up to 70% of seniors with type 2 diabetes have low vitamin D levels, and this deficiency is strongly linked to worsening insulin resistance and nerve damage. Let me paint a clearer picture. Think of insulin as a key, and your cells as doors. With enough vitamin D, that key turns smoothly. But without it? It's like the lock is rusted shut. Insulin builds up, your blood sugar rises, and that's when complications begin. I'll never forget a comment from a viewer named Jim, 73 years old. He said he always thought his constant fatigue and muscle cramps were just age catching up. But after a routine checkup, his doctor discovered dangerously low vitamin D. Within 2 months of daily D3, his energy returned, and his fasting glucose dropped by nearly 15 points. Even worse, vitamin D deficiency can also weaken your immune response, increasing your risk of foot infections, a serious issue in diabetic foot care. So, how much do you really need? Doctors at the National Institute on Aging recommend 800 to 2000 IU per day for adults over 60. Take it with a meal that includes healthy fats, like olive oil or avocado, to help with absorption. You'll also find it naturally in salmon, sardines, fortified milk, and with 15 minutes of morning sunlight a few times per week. And here's something I see far too often: many seniors diligently take calcium, but skip vitamin D. That's like putting up window frames, but forgetting the glass. Have you ever had your vitamin D levels tested? What changes did you notice after supplementing? Drop your story in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. Now, if you thought vitamin D was essential, wait until you hear about this next one: a trace mineral so critical for insulin function that without it, your body struggles to move sugar into your cells at all. Vitamin number 2, chromium. That mineral is chromium. And for seniors with diabetes, it plays a surprisingly powerful role in blood sugar control, energy levels, and long-term complication prevention. What most people don't realize is that chromium acts like a quiet behind-the-scenes assistant for insulin, making sure it works faster, cleaner, and more efficiently. Without it, insulin still shows up, but it fumbles the job. Glucose doesn't move into your cells the way it should, and blood sugar starts to rise, quietly, but dangerously. According to research published in Diabetes Technology and Therapeutics, older adults who supplemented with 200 micrograms of chromium picolinate daily saw lower fasting blood glucose and improved insulin sensitivity within just a few months. This mineral is especially vital for seniors because chromium levels naturally decline with age, particularly in people with type 2 diabetes. Warning signs of low chromium include frequent sugar cravings, fatigue after meals, or even unpredictable glucose spikes, even when your diet seems on track. While you can find small amounts in broccoli, whole grains, green beans, and grape juice, most clinical benefits come from supplementing, usually as chromium picolinate or chromium polynicotinate. Experts suggest a dose between 200 to 1,000 micrograms per day, taken with food to avoid stomach upset. Just be sure to check with your doctor first, especially if you're on insulin or metformin, as chromium may enhance their effect. We've just unlocked one of insulin's biggest allies, but what about your nerves? The next duo we're about to explore doesn't just support memory or focus, it may be the key to staying sharp, steady, and independent for years to come. Vitamin number 3, B6 plus B12 Combo. Vitamin B6 and B12 may not sound dramatic, but for seniors with diabetes, they could be the difference between walking confidently and struggling to stay steady. These two B vitamins don't just support energy. They repair damaged nerves, restore clear thinking, and even help prevent falls caused by poor nerve signaling, something that becomes more common as we age. For seniors with diabetes, these B vitamins do more than boost energy. They help repair nerve damage, sharpen memory, and prevent falls linked to poor nerve signals, a common issue as we age. A close friend of mine, 72 years old, told me she'd been struggling with balance, tingling in her legs, and a foggy memory. A simple blood test revealed a B12 deficiency. After just 3 months of targeted supplements, her stride became steadier, her mind sharper, and those nighttime tingles? Completely gone. Most seniors need 2.4 micrograms of B12 and 1.5 milligrams of B6 daily, more if you take metformin. A trusted multivitamin or tailored supplement is a smart start. One gentle tip here, more isn't always better. High doses of B6 over time can backfire and actually cause nerve damage, so stick to recommended ranges and check with your provider if you're unsure. If you've ever dealt with brain fog, tingling feet, or balance issues, drop the word steady in the comments. Let us know if B12 or B6 has helped, or if you're thinking of giving them a try. And speaking of support, the next vitamin may surprise you. It's not just for colds, it's also a powerful ally for lowering inflammation, boosting circulation, and protecting your blood sugar every single day. Vitamin number 4, Vitamin C. Did you know that vitamin C is more than just your go-to during flu season? There's a lot more to this bright little nutrient than you might think. Far beyond fighting colds, vitamin C quietly defends your body from inflammation, blood vessel damage, and even those dangerous post-meal blood sugar spikes that often go unnoticed. In a clinical review published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology, older adults with diabetes who took 500 milligrams of vitamin C daily saw their post-meal blood sugar drop by up to 36%. The reason? Vitamin C reduces oxidative stress, a silent force that weakens your body's ability to manage insulin resistance and damages your nerves and blood vessels over time. But its benefits don't stop there. Vitamin C also supports faster wound healing, making it especially valuable for diabetic foot care. Even small cuts or scrapes can lead to serious infections if they heal slowly, something many seniors don't realize until it's too late. And according to the Mayo Clinic, regular vitamin C intake is linked to lower levels of CRP, C-reactive protein, a key marker of inflammation that contributes to heart disease and other diabetic complications. So, how much do you need? Most adults are told to aim for 75 to 90 milligrams per day, but experts suggest those with diabetes may benefit from up to 500 milligrams daily through food and supplements combined. You'll find it in everyday favorites like oranges, strawberries, bell peppers, and leafy greens such as kale or Swiss chard, making it one of the easiest vitamins to add to your diabetes nutrition plan. Just a heads up, while vitamin C is water-soluble and generally safe, extremely high doses, over 2,000 milligrams, may stress your kidneys or interfere with medications like blood thinners or statins. It's always smart to double-check with your doctor before starting high-dose supplements long-term. We've talked about vitamins that protect your nerves, your insulin, your heart, and even your skin. But the last one? It's quietly doing all of the above, while helping blood reach the places you need it most. And chances are, you haven't given it a second thought, until now. Vitamin number 5, vitamin E. Most people think of vitamin E as something for the skin. But quietly, in the background, it's doing much more, especially for older adults living with type 2 diabetes. What many don't realize is that as we age, our circulation slows and oxidative stress increases, two invisible forces that silently contribute to nerve damage, poor healing, and even memory problems. For seniors, this can mean cold hands and feet, slow wound repair, and in more serious cases, increased risk of stroke. That's where vitamin E comes in, not with noise, but with quiet power. As one of the body's most important antioxidants, it works to calm inflammation, keep blood vessels elastic, and improve oxygen delivery to the places you need it most, your brain, nerves, and extremities. In fact, researchers writing in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults with type 2 diabetes who took vitamin E had significantly improved endothelial function, which simply means their blood vessels were better able to expand, contract, and deliver nutrients. Most adults need around 15 milligrams per day. While supplements are available, getting vitamin E through whole foods, like almonds, spinach, or healthy oils, is safest and most effective. But a quick note of caution, high-dose vitamin E supplements may thin the blood, especially if you're already on medications like warfarin or aspirin. Be sure to check in with your provider before adding it to your routine. I remember one viewer, Mr. Harris, 71 years old, who wrote in saying his feet were always cold and cuts took forever to heal. His doctor suggested vitamin E. A few weeks in, he noticed not only warmer feet but clearer thinking too. Because sometimes, what keeps you steady and sharp isn't another medication, it's the quiet support flowing through your veins every day. We've just explored 5 of the most powerful vitamins for seniors managing diabetes, each one supporting your body in a different way. Sun vitamin D, to improve insulin response and reduce nerve damage. Gear Chromium, to support glucose control and curb blood sugar swings. Battery B6 plus B12, to protect your nerves, boost balance, and sharpen memory. Tangerine vitamin C, to lower inflammation and help wounds heal faster. Brain vitamin E, to improve circulation, protect your brain, and keep you strong. These vitamins aren't magic, but when used consistently, they can help you feel steadier, clearer, and more in control of your health journey. So here's a simple place to start. White heavy checkmark. Pick one vitamin you're low in or curious about. White heavy checkmark. Add a food source or talk to your doctor about a supplement. White heavy checkmark. Set a reminder, make it part of your meal prep, and give it 2 weeks. Small steps like this can snowball into real, lasting change. Which vitamin feels like the best starting point for you? Or do you have one that has already changed your health? I'd love to hear your story. Drop it in the comments so others can learn too. If this video gave you something useful today, pass it forward, tap the like button, share it with a friend or family member, and subscribe to Healthy Aging with Nutrition for simple, science-backed tips to thrive beyond 60. Your health isn't behind you, it's something you build, one day, one choice, one plate at a time.